Hi dolls! I'm so excited to show you a fall-inspired mini glam DIY using items from Dollar Tree and Walmart. These are so cute, I cannot wait to decorate my home with these cute picture frames and glam pumpkins. If you're new here, welcome to Lisanna Does Things, where we do all things glam and fabulous. Go ahead and click the subscribe button down below for weekly content. I'm always posting and answering all of your comments. Thank you so much for the love. I picked up this gold-rimmed full wooded frame at Dollar Tree. We're going to paint this silver since I couldn't find any other silver picture frames. My original idea was to fill the hollow section of the picture frame with diamonds and crushed glass, but I'm going to save that for another project. We're going to go ahead and remove the glass and back because we're only going to paint the frame itself. I made this fall wreath using the fall leaf vines and a metal wreath from Dollar Tree. I used 4 bundles to cover the frame. I wrapped the vines around and super glued the leaves in place. I'm in my backyard using some silver spray paint to glam this baby up. I've included the links for the items I used in the description down below. You want to go ahead and shake the can for 1 minute before spraying it. You don't need to do a second coat as long as every leaf is covered. I'm then going to go ahead and paint the picture frames on the side. I'm going to add some glitter to the wreath while the paint is still wet. It's going to stick without having to add on any adhesive. If you want to be sure, you could just always add another coat of spray paint right on top to make sure it's really covered. The glitter really does take it to the next level. This is what it looks like once it's complete outside. Look at how cute the glitter looks, and it adds a nice touch to all the leaves. This is what it looks like when I hang it on my front door. Once I put it on my door, I realized that it looks more like winter glam than fall glam. So stay tuned because I'm going to show you how I'm going to add a nice touch to give it a nice warm fall feeling. I'm going to go ahead and let these bad boys dry because they're going to need a second coat. I can kind of see gold on the inner sides of the picture frame, so we'll come back and do that later. Moving on to the pumpkins, I bought these at Walmart, and I'm going to go ahead and give it a cute sparkly stem. It's up to you if you totally want to do just a stem or if you want to do a little bit more. I decided to go all out and cover the top half of the pumpkin.
That's good.
I'm using Mod Podge glue and gloss. It's a great craft adhesive that dries clear. It's kind of like glue from a glue gun that's transparent but not as thick or as hard. It's used for a ton of things. I'm adding some lines dripping down because I want to give it a nice drip effect, but as you can see, it doesn't look as good as I thought it would be, so I'm going to go back and then make the glitter a little bit more wider on the top of the pumpkin. Hopefully that makes it look more balanced, but I totally do regret giving this some like dripping glitter effect. It's not the look that I was looking for. Moving on to the orange pumpkin, I'm going to go ahead and spray that gray. I just don't want the orange pumpkin, and I'm kind of lazy. I don't want to go back to the backyard, so I'm just sitting on my porch spraying it inside a plastic bag. I mean, don't you do that too? Once the pumpkin's dry, you want to go back in with white paint and paint lines around the crevices of the pumpkin. I wouldn't worry too much about making them nice and neat. You still want it to have a little bit of that rustic effect. I ended up adding 2 layers of the white paint, so go ahead and add some more paint if you need to, if it's necessary. I also got this piece at Walmart for $1. Just like the other pumpkins, I got them for 90 cents each actually. So I'm going to go ahead and just paint the leaves. I don't want to paint the pine cone or the pumpkin. I'm going to paint that a different color. So in order to kind of balance out the wreath that I have, because it's so silver and glittery, I'm going to paint this gray. And once that dries, I'm going to paint the pumpkin and the pine cone a different color. It's late at night, so I don't want to go outside and spray paint this piece, so I'm just doing this inside of my trash can. While that dries, we're going to go ahead and add some glitter to our Dollar Tree picture frames. This is what it looks like before I add any glitter. Remove the back and just use this white border piece. We're going to go in with some Mod Podge and paint the lower half in glitter. I wanted to go for kind of like a dissolving glitter effect. So I wanted to have it very glitter heavy at the bottom and not so heavy at the top. I'm just working that in with my fingers and making sure that we don't leave any white spaces. For my next picture frame, I'm going to do the same thing, and I just measured it to make sure that we get it to the same height. The end result doesn't look like the first one. It's because I went too heavy with the glitter and the Mod Podge this time around, but it's still a pretty good look. You want to let that dry for about 15 to 20 minutes and then wipe off any excess glitter. It looks like I missed a spot right in the corner, so it's not going to be as covered. You want to go ahead and put your picture frame back with the picture inside of it, and this is your final product. How cute does that look? I love it. I can't wait to hang this up in my hallway and show everybody and make sure to tell them that I did it, because there's nothing better than to decorate your home and say that you added your personal touch to something. For this picture frame, I wanted the inner corners of the border to be very glitter heavy and then have the glitter kind of dissolve out. I know dissolve isn't the word I'm looking for, but I want there to be less glitter on the outer corners than the inner corners. Now that the white lines have dried up on my pumpkin, I'm getting the desired look that I want, so I'm going to go ahead and add some Mod Podge and gloss around the stem and the top half of the pumpkin. Then you want to go ahead and season that bad boy like some chicken. Go ahead and add glitter to that bad boy, and you're just going to let it dry for a couple more minutes. Now this border frame has dried up, and when you see the final product, you'll see that it's not the effect that I was looking for. It looks really chunky, and that's because I put on a lot of thick Mod Podge on there, which is something that I'm going to avoid next time. I'm just going to go back after the video and paint the white parts of the picture frame full glitter, just so we can avoid that. Now that our additional piece for the wreath is dry, I'm going to go back in and paint the pumpkin and the pine cone. The pumpkin, I realized, needed 3 coats of white paint because the white paint wasn't as thick, and the pine cone needed 2 coats. I really like the effect that I'm getting from just painting the pine cone twice. I'm not going too crazy to make sure that everything is fully covered, especially the inside. I like that coming out. It's kind of like snow falling on a pine cone. Now that our picture frames are dry after applying 2 coats of spray paint, I'm going to go back in and add the pictures of me and my hubby in there, and these are good to go.
That's good.
Here I am adding more paint to the pumpkin with a foam brush just to make sure that I get a thicker white application, and this is my second coat for the pine cone. And that's it. We are done and everything looks so freaking gorgeous. Look at how glam this looks. I love the sparkle and the glitter and the silver. It really does add a nice touch when you're going for that glam effect. I have the picture frames on the side, and here are the pumpkins. I decided not to touch this one because I liked that it was cute and it matched the countertops in the kitchen. I'm going to keep the pumpkins right here. And this is our Glam Fall wreath. I'm so happy that I was able to add that addition to the wreath because it gives it a nice fall touch. I have the acorn and the pumpkin, and it makes it look a little bit more fall, and it adds a nice, beautiful contrast. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section if you want to see more holiday glam DIYs. Go ahead and subscribe to Lisanna Does Things and join the dog collection. Until next time, my loves.